Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Srujan Studies Circle. In my previous video, we have discussed about animals in the quiz form. I hope you all liked that video, but you have not shared and subscribed to my channel. Please don't do that type. Please go and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon. So, what we are going to discuss in our today's video, I am going to discuss about hydrosphere. Okay, now what is hydrosphere, what all comes in it, we will understand in today's video. Okay, then please like, share and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon. So let us begin with our today's topic, hydrosphere. Okay, now we are going to discuss about hydrosphere. As you all know, now there are some main topics. Okay, we are going to list them. First one is distribution of water. Second one is ocean circulation. Ocean currents. Tides and waves. Oceans and seas. And also water resources. Another main important is water cycle. I am going to only discuss about main aspects in this topic, hydrosphere. Other aspects I am going to make the parts of hydrosphere, then I am going to discuss them. So which are there two? They are very important. First one is distribution of water, another one is water cycle. I am going to discuss about these both in today's video. So let's get started. Now if we want to learn what is distribution of water, what is distribution of water, we have to learn what is water. Now many of you tell that water is a liquid. Yes, it is absolutely right. Water is a major form of liquid. And it has no color, it is colorless. And similarly, it is now we have another name for this water. But wait, you will tell that how is water colorless? It is blue in color. No, it is not colorless. The reflection of the sky, which forms the blue in color, that reflects the water and then it appears to be blue in color. So it is not colorless. You have to note this point. Now, what is the another name of water? We will see. Okay, what is the another name of water? That is hydro. Yes, hydro means water. Water sphere is known as hydrosphere. Now this hydro is also known, it has its nickname, that is its formula, that is H2O. Sorry, 1 minute, I will write it neatly. H2 and O. Now what is this means? So now in H2O we have 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. Yes, there are 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. Why? Because 1 atom of hydrogen has only 1 electron, but to balance it we need 2 electrons. So we have 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. We will learn about electrons, protons, neutrons and atoms in my upcoming videos in future, but we want this one, so we have to. Okay, now let us start with our main point, that is distribution of water. Okay, now we are going to see about distribution of water. It is bit lengthy, so I have drawn the chart and percentage I will show now. Okay, now this is full water, but let me tell a fact that our earth is surrounded by water, so it is also known as blue planet. 3/4 of the earth is covered by water. So this is H2O, that is water. In this we have oceans, saline resources and fresh water, 3 divisions. In these oceans we almost have 96.5% of water, and in these saline resources, that are seas and some salt rivers, we have 0.9%. Okay, now in this fresh water we have only 1.3% of fresh water. Under some percentage of water goes here and there, but we are calculating the main ones. Okay, these are 1.3. In this fresh water we have again divisions, that are underground water, glaciers and surface or fresh water resources. Now in this underground water we have 20.9% of water. Okay, 20.9%, and in this we have 68.1% of glaciers, that are polar regions. Okay, and remaining, how much remains? 20. We are calculating this 68 plus 68.1 plus 20.9 and 9 and 8. Okay, 89.0. Again we have how much remaining? We have 11%. Okay, 11% remaining. Yes, 11.0% we have in surface or freshwater wet, but it is not only that one. We will take that. Again it has some resources in that 11.0%, which are mountains, lakes and water resources. In the mountains we have almost 69.0%. What in the mountains we have in the ice form, like Himalayas and etc. Himalayas, and in lakes we have 30.1% of water. Remaining water resources, how much we have? We will see, calculate. 69.0 minus plus 30.1 199. Okay, 9.11 means only we have how much? 0.9%. In this 0.9%, again we have some moistures. Okay, we will take that as 100%. In this we have 3% of 3.8% as soil moisture. Similarly, 3.0% as in atmosphere, 2.8% in rivers, and in in this 68% we have 68 and 30. We will minus it. 98.1. Okay, 98.1 means we have 1.9%. Okay, in this we have this much, and in rivers we have 0.49%, and in living beings we have 0.29 percentage of water. So this is the total distribution of water in the world. Okay, then we have much water in the oceans and surrounding resources. We have to not waste our waters. Okay, we have only this much to drink, 0.49% and 30.1%. Okay, so now let us see another main point, that is water cycle. Okay, now let us draw a chart for water cycle. Now we have this much. This is the water cycle chart, but we have the processes. Let us see what are they. Okay, our first process, due to the heat of the sun, the sun gives us heat, and due to that heat in our rivers and seas, there will be lot of heat. Because of that, it evaporates. Okay. It gives the water vapors. It goes from here to here. Okay. Now what is this process called? I have told that evaporate. So this is known as evaporation. Evaporation. Okay. Now after this, again it goes here to here. After going into higher place, the temperature cools down, and due to that it forms clouds. But how? Why? Droplets of water. When this is very much, it forms a big droplets. And wait, but before this we have another process which is also very important. That is, when the excess water from the trees, it absorbs excess water, then it cannot take all the water, so it also gives out and by water vapors. Okay, water vapors, and this is not called as evaporation. Yes, it is called as transpiration. transpiration. Okay, transpiration. This is transpiration. This also goes and this also goes. Then it forms water droplets, and when the weight is very large, it forms a single drops of water. And when it is fully complete filled of water, then it falls down in the form of rain. But wait, in the lower temperature regions, like in the Himalayas, in the polar regions, rather than coming in the form of rain, it comes in the form of snow. Okay, it comes in the form of snow. Now what is this process called? This process is called as precipitation. Okay, this is precipitation. Now wait, when this rain falls in the water resources, it takes a form of water and goes flowing. But when it comes on the soil or the land, it will go under the land, and some also goes as water vapors. Okay, but what is this process called? I will tell in my next video. Okay, then please like, share and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon. And also please comment down in the comment section how was this video, and you can also suggest me some topics. Okay, I will search and start to discussing about them. So I will meet you on my next video at Sunday on 4 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.